there. It is Lindsey here. Today I thought I would bring you along as I cook a meal that's about 90% of our own harvest. We don't raise beef here, and I had a hankering for some meatloaf. So that's the part that's not going to be from here, but everything else will be. So I thought I'd just bring you along as I gather some ingredients for our dinner. And this basket's just for aesthetics. I usually just put it all in my hands and drop half of it on the way back inside. So
you're like a river in the dark. You stare me right, you lit the spark, and I can feel you tearing down every wall. Come one, come all. You're like an early morning breeze. Your soft red lips and gentle tease. You must have been sent just for me. Come one, come all. Just when I need you, you set sail and navigate. But when I need you, you lift me up.
So I got my basket full of veggies here. And this is kind of how we've been eating our meals lately this summer. You know, as we have fresh food coming in, we really want to use up as much as possible of that. So the first thing I'll do is go see what we've harvested that morning or, you know, that week. And then pretty much I pull out a protein and I'll figure out what to do with that as the day goes on, unless somebody specifically tells me that they want or don't want something. So that's kind of the rule. I haven't been strictly planning the meals because we have so much harvest coming in that I want to just use up that. So I'm kind of piecemealing things together, but we always have a good meal on the table. So it works out. I'm gonna go ahead and do my sweet potatoes first because I know those are probably gonna take the longest to cook. But these we just harvested from our big row garden because they were sticking out of the ground and I didn't want them to go green. So I'm just skinning them? I don't know. But I'm just gonna take off the skin and then give them a wash and a chop. And then we're gonna add some seasonings.
Filled with dreams. Come all, everything. Just when I need you, you set sail and navigate. But when I need you, you lift me up till we levitate. You're mesmerizing, hypnotizing. My eyes are set on you. We can go wherever. We can be whoever. You and
To these we're just gonna add some salt and pepper. We like to use Himalayan pink salt. That's our favorite. And I'm also gonna add that rosemary that we picked from the garden. My rosemary plant needs a little help, but it had a little bit left in it, so that's what we're gonna use. And I'm also gonna chop up some little pieces of butter and put it in here. You can also use olive oil if you'd rather do that and just give it a good mix. And several of you have asked, so yes, we only have the one tabletop oven. We don't have a standard traditional oven. I do have a wood-fired oven, but we don't use that in the summertime. We would burn up. In order to do like 2 levels, I just move that up to the top, and then I have 2 sections. But whoever told me, all of you who told me to put foil on the tray, I have no idea why I didn't think of that in the first place. I could have saved myself a lot of scrubbing, but thank you for suggesting that. I really don't know why I didn't think of it, but it's helped me out a lot.
When I need you, you lift me up till we levitate. You're mesmerizing, hypnotizing, and my eyes are set on you.
But now I'm just gonna prep my okra. We're just doing fried okra, and a lot of people have problems with fried okra. They say that it's slimy or something. I say if you're eating slimy okra, it's not being cooked right, unless you just really like it like that. But I just simply chop mine up and then put some seasonings in it and then add some cornmeal, and it's as simple as that. I don't mix flour with it, nothing. I just keep it super simple. This is what my grandma always did and how I was taught to prepare okra growing up, and it is delicious and crunchy and yum. But I'm just adding some salt and pepper, and I usually add Cavender seasonings, but I don't have that. I'm adding some onion and Old Bay in place of the Cavenders, and I will also add a little bit of garlic powder. And I'll just mix that up and season my okra, and then I'll add the cornmeal into it and give that a good mix.
I'm looking at you, I'm trying to get your attention. Can I come close? I don't know how to play this. Our hands touch once or twice, feeling kind of hypnotized. I'm looking at you and I feel the tension. You know, this could be like heaven. I am right here, doing my best to make you feel like I do. And just for a second.
Now you want to add enough cornmeal that there's some left on the bottom of the bowl. So this is probably what it should look like. You see there's a little bit left on the bottom of the bowl that's not sticking to anything, but that's okay. That's what you want. So you want to have a little bit of extra. You just don't want that to go into your frying pan when it's time.
I'm trying to breathe, but the air feels just like water. You're making me weak now. What doesn't kill you makes you.
Now I'm going to set the okra aside and go ahead and prepare my meatloaf. So this bell pepper and onion came from our garden as well, and instead of like stuffed bell peppers, we just like to put bell pepper in our meatloaf, and it is delicious. Jay doesn't actually like stuffed bell pepper. I'm not really sure why, but yeah.
For a second, you're looking at me, making me feel like maybe you want this.
I dice up my onion and bell pepper very, very fine because that's how the kids like it. But you can dice it however you'd like to. You can even put a blender if you have someone that really doesn't like that, because I have done that before and they were none the wiser. They didn't even know there was bell pepper and onion in there. They just had the flavor and it tasted delicious. So maybe try that if you have someone that has an aversion to those veggies. Now the ground beef, salt and pepper, the seasonings are the only things that didn't come from our garden. We did pick those up elsewhere, but I'm just going to add in an egg, again some salt and pepper, and then a little bit of garlic. You can if you have fresh garlic, you can chop that up as you're chopping up your onion and bell pepper, but I had this minced already, so I'm going to throw that in. I also had some tomato paste that I need to use up, so I'm going to put in about a tablespoon. If I don't have tomato paste, I just use ketchup. And then also mustard, because it makes your meatloaf super tender. It doesn't get weird, so it's really good. Today I'm using panko, but sometimes when I have it, I use crackers instead. You can also use regular breadcrumbs, Italian breadcrumbs, whatever you like. That's the good thing about meatloaf, is you can just throw in what you have, and it usually turns out pretty good. I've even made like a beefy mushroom meatloaf and then topped it with cheese. So there's lots of flavor combinations that you can use, and just be adventurous if you want to switch it up a little bit.
Give me your attention.
I'm just sectioning my meat into 6 equal parts. I make mini loaves because I ain't got an hour and a half to wait for meatloaf to cook. So I just kind of make little loaves and I press it down in the middle a little bit. It holds the ketchup, but it also makes sure that the middle cooks just as quickly as the sides. And the sides get a little bit crispy, and there's a lot of good things about making mini meatloaves. So I'm just going to shape those on the tray and then add in some ketchup on top. I like that baked ketchup. So that's how we're going to do it.
Looking at you, I'm trying to get your attention.
And we're just going to add that right into our 375-degree oven for about 25 to 30 minutes. I'm adding it right along with my sweet potatoes. They're going to cook a little bit longer. The sweet potatoes, I probably overcooked it this time. I cooked it for about 45 minutes and it got a little more brown than it should, but they were still good. I fry my okra in coconut oil. Mine's just a regular refined coconut oil. It's not extra virgin or anything like that, but it doesn't have the flavor of coconut. So somebody asked me that, but no, it doesn't make our food taste like coconut. If it did, it would just enhance the flavor. But I'm just gonna go ahead and fry these. I'm gonna make sure that I don't get all that extra cornmeal in the bottom of my bowl because I don't want the extra cornmeal to dirty up my pan. So I just kind of sift through it with my hand as I'm adding the things to the pan.
Give me your attention. Just give me your attention. Give me your attention.
And okra takes quite a long time to fry. I would say about 20 minutes or so to get like a good brown crispiness that you want. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna make myself a little salad with some tomatoes. Now this one came from our garden. This is just a German pink tomato. This came from the tomato plants that I got from Searching Sabrina. So I'm just gonna do that and put in some fresh mozzarella and add on some basil and balsamic vinegar on top and top it with a little pepper, and we're good to go.
You look at me like I'm crazy when I shut my feelings out. You look at me like I'm different, still you stay cause you feel something real. Get so lost in my moments, doesn't mean I don't need you. I fell in love with your colors, they kinda tell me what I'm thinking. I fell in love with the way we are and the way we lose it. There's something different about us and the reason why we stay. We fly around like paper planes, they never know where we will fall. Nobody can see us.
And this is the perfect summer farm to table meal. We get to eat all of our spoils.
About the way we are.
After our dinner is done, Jason's just cleaning up the table and getting those dishes out of the way. Now, a lot of you have said that I'm lucky because my husband cleans. And I don't feel lucky that he cleans. I feel lucky that he cares enough to remember that I need help too, because he lives here too. So I think that's the thing that we need to remember. I mean, he needed a reminder, but he created those reminders for himself, so I didn't have to constantly tell him that I needed help. So I feel very fortunate that he cares enough to do that for me. So maybe if your husband's not doing that, tell him like, hey, I need a little help with the house. It would be really nice. It would show me that you care so much if you would do one task, whatever that task may be. But after dinner, we go ahead and take a walk. We've really been liking doing that. And now Floki goes with us because I picked him up a dog leash the other day. So he gets to go with us now, and we all just take a little walk after dinner and kind of walk some of our dinner off before bedtime.
Not to be like this. paper planes, they never know where we will fall. Nobody can see us, still they wanna tear us apart. There's something different about the way we are. There's something different about the way we are.
Cody has gotten his spot, and here's Ruby helping me out, and I'm gonna go ahead and get this kitchen squared away while the kids are getting ready for bed.
Still recall the first time I saw you. I was so
as I'm cleaning off the counter and the oven, Jay is just over there fixing up our ice. We don't have an ice maker, but we do make these big old cubes of ice, and they usually last about half a week. So we do this every Wednesday and Sunday, just kind of reset our water and our ice. That's just one of the things that we do.
Fall in love. My past relationship was a disaster, but now I don't care. 'Cause you took my scars, bruises and broken heart, numbed all the pain, show me how to
Now our dishwasher is going and it's full, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go back to the roots and hand wash this stuff so I don't have a bunch of dirty dishes that I have to put back in the dishwasher tomorrow.
Still got your smell wrapped in my bed sheets, don't wanna wash it away. I know sometimes I get too caught up in all of the wrong things, but you're always there to guide me. I used to be afraid to fall in love. A past relationship was a disaster, but now I don't care. 'Cause you took my scars, bruises and broken heart, numbed all the pain, show me how to heal, and now I don't feel broken anymore.
The lights are really low now because we got the kiddos to bed. They're in there listening to their story while they try to go to sleep. But I'm just gonna quickly sweep and vacuum the floors, and then we're just gonna be all done for the night, and we'll have a clean kitchen to wake up to tomorrow morning.
Until I met you, I was insecure, caught up in the pain, but you showed me how to heal.
I want to thank you so much for watching. I hope that tonight's video has helped you get motivated to cook or clean or whatever you needed to do tonight. But I can't wait to chat with you in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Broken